Hi, it's Marty, and before we begin today's podcast, a quick reminder that this weekend only, there's a flash sale at Cujo.com where the Brian's 10 code saves you 15%.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no-nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Welcome to another live stream tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sundays. Here we go. I want to give a quick shout out to Equipment Defender, Cujo, Steel, and Yard Book for sponsoring a shop tour that I just went on. I'm going to talk about a little bit of that tonight, but more on that in a few minutes. Hopefully let some people filter in here, and we'll jump on and get rocking and rolling here. So hope you guys are having a good week. Everybody's kind of piling in. Good evening, everybody. How we doing? Yeah, that's kind of not work with the reverb. Why don't you take you and your little cinnamon breadsticks and take a long walk off a short pier. How's everybody doing tonight? Kyle from Blessings is here. Andrew F. Southern Yards. How's everybody doing? Thanks for jumping on the live streams, guys. Eric Sestrada, Ben Fields, Anthony Fletcher. How's everybody doing? I do not have the paid version of Yard Book. I just use the free version. I want to talk a little bit about the shop tours that I just went on this last 4 days. That was a lot of fun. We actually went to Indiana, 2 parts of Illinois, and then we also went to, I still get it wrong, but I think it's Kansas City, Missouri. It's funny. It's like Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri. They're like in different states, but it sounds like the same place. But the boundary or the border of the 2 states like cuts right through Kansas City. It's the weirdest thing ever. So I think it's on the Missouri side. But how's everybody doing tonight? I want to talk a little bit about that and what we got coming up over the next couple of weeks. How you doing, babes? You good? Did I get something on my face?
No, I just didn't know Kansas and Missouri touch.
Kansas and Missouri? I think they do. I think the 2 states do touch. Anyway, everybody say, what's up, Liz, in the comments for me. Literally, if I grab something, I might mess this all up. There's a lot. If you turn the camera around, it's wild, like the little lights and the whole deal. But we ordered Domino's pizza, and it gets here like 5 minutes before the live stream. And Liz is over here just scarfing down the cinnamon and breadsticks, which she knows are my favorite. So everybody talking about pizza tonight. Probably shouldn't do this on camera. It's probably not the professional thing to do. But I don't know. We might turn into an eating pizza live stream. Is that straight? What's that? No pineapple on our pizzas. Shout out to Bill Hall. I know he's watching. And also, I think his sister-in-law, Tara, she likes pineapple. That's a little sketch, but we'll take her. It's okay. We still love her. We still appreciate her. All right. Looking through the comments here. Where's everybody? Everybody saying, what's up, Liz? You see the comments? You get more love and more support than I do. And don't. She said, thank you. Don't let her fool you. She took all those cinnamon sticks to the other room, and she's going to be eating them like a little raccoon. I'm just going back to the comments here. Cameron McNulty, David Barger. Where's everybody from tonight? And what's your pizza of choice? Anybody else ordering a pizza tonight so we can do a pizza live streams? I think we might just turn it into a pizza live streams. If you guys are listening on to the podcast, thanks again for listening into the bonus show on Saturdays. Trying to take the live stream the Sunday before and put it as a bonus episode on Saturday for you guys on the podcast, so you guys have something to listen to in case you missed this. Maybe not as value packed, right, as a podcast episode with a guest or something like that, but still we answer a ton of questions that you guys ask on the YouTube live stream. So I want to make sure they're productive and helpful. And if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to help you guys out best I can tonight. We got Cleveland, Ohio in the house, Pennsylvania, Flint, Michigan. What's up, Lila Bean? Ian Bell, Pittsburgh, PA, Bridgeport from Caleb Burke, Ann Arbor, Michigan. I need to get back over to Ann Arbor, Michigan, hang out with Henrik and a bunch of other great people. Be mowing this week or within a week. Up here in Michigan, I crossed the border from Indiana to Michigan, and no lie, there is a bunch of snow on the ground. So I don't understand what's going on around here. We are not going to be mowing for another month still. I hope. I hope it's a month instead of 5 or 6 weeks, right? Babe, is the audio still working? Is it back? Yeah. All right. You guys still there? We froze for a minute. All right, if it's back, somebody give me a thumbs up if it's back. All right, yeah, that was weird. I'm not sure what happened there on the live stream. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. We're hot. Thanks, guys. I'm not sure what happened there on the audio. But anyway, I was just saying, when on the road trip, Kansas City, they're ready to mow grass this week. And for us back in Michigan, I'm looking literally out my window here in my apartment, and the ground is still yellow-green, which is wild. Brian, eat those cinnamon sticks? Yeah, look, here, I'll show you guys straight up. I ain't even making this up. Look at the butter, just the cinnamon. Ugh. CrossFit. All right, so $350 for a zero-turn Toro bagger. Is that a good deal, Michael Regal? Yeah, if you can get something like that, go for it. As long as it works. Baggers are like $4,000 brand new, and that's if you can even find them. All right, so here, I'll talk a little bit about the shop tours that we're doing. So we have a couple sponsors. I want to give them a fair shake. Equipment Defender, Steel, Cujo, and Yardbook sponsored a shop tour. It's the fanciest name I had for it. So we have 8 shop tours that we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks, and they're going to drop in about 2 weeks, and then we're going to drop one a week for about 8 weeks on Mondays. So every Monday for 8 weeks, you guys can check out the YouTube channel. Hopefully, I get those out mid-April. So we went to this tour. We went out to, who did we go to? We met Andy Mulder from Mulder Outdoors, Crown Point, Indiana. Wild time. That was awesome. Awesome dude. Awesome shop. Awesome business. Shot a couple videos there, actually. And by the way, I always forget to mention this, but at 8:30 Central Time, he does a live stream on Instagram. So if you guys are enjoying this, and I think a half hour after we end ours, he'd be doing a live stream on his. So, or an hour, whatever it is. So check out Andy Mulder's live stream on Instagram. Great guy, hardscaper. So we did that. His shop, his trucks, his rigs, his setup, looked at his storage containers. That was really, really cool. And Andy's got a gym in business, and he was telling me some numbers and stuff. The guy's making money. It's pretty cool. So follow him on Instagram, Mulder Outdoors, if you guys haven't. From there, we zipped down to Illinois. I think, Springfield or something like that. I don't even remember where it was, but we hung out with Jeremy Connect and his beautiful wife, Kelsey, at Jay Jacobs Grounds. So that was really, really awesome. Maybe you guys follow him on Instagram. Really, really cool dude. Great business. They're doing like $1 million business. Handful of employees, super lean, super mean, very profitable. We did a shop tour with him, and that was really, really cool. They rent a shop. They're looking to build something here in the next couple of years, but same thing, like a 40 by 30 kind of a shop. And the reason we're doing the shop tours is because I want to build a shop. You guys probably want to build a shop one day. And it's really cool to see what people are doing out there in the community. And some of the people I'm interviewing are like very smart people. They're very thoughtful people. They're very intentional people. It's not like they just threw a bunch of crap in a storage locker like myself, right? So it's really cool to see how these guys, have some method to the madness and how they've operated and how they've optimized their setup. So really, really cool hanging out with Jeremy Connect. Great guy. It was funny. I got in there late night, about 9 o'clock at night, and I didn't pass any restaurants on the highway for like an hour. Okay. It was wild. Like not a McDonald's, not a Wendy's, not a diner, not a fast food place, nothing. No Applebee's, literally no food for like the last hour and a half leg. I get in there at like 9:30, and he's like, hey, I got this half-eaten chicken breast. So he opens up this Tupperware. He starts like microwaving it. And I'm like, Jeremy, I'm not going to eat that, bro. And I wasn't ungrateful, but you know what I'm saying. And Kelsey was like, Jeremy, don't feed that to him. What are you doing? And so anyway, they had just started like eating healthier again as a family like a couple weeks ago, and they purged the whole house. So there was no snacks, no crackers, no Cheez-Its, no nothing. And so I had like some Boom Chicken Pop or whatever and gnawed on that like a raccoon till about 10 o'clock at night, and we all went to bed. From there, we went to Alex Nickens. So a lot of you guys know Nickens Lawn and Landscape on YouTube and Instagram. Awesome dude, awesome guy. That was a ton of fun. I think that was Freeburg, Illinois. Got to see Alex. It's been like 3 years since I've seen him. We're good buds. His setup is awesome. His business is like his shop is like I don't even know, 80 by like 140. It's massive. Or 60 by 140, something like that. Outdoor yard. They have a couple trucks that they work on out there. They have salt bins, fuel tanks. That was really cool. Did you guys see that? that hair right there that was just floating around. Can you see the fuzzy? That was really a good time. Got to see his new house that he's building. Beautiful, like farmhouse, kind of a ranch farmhouse deal. Really nice. Meet his wife, Jill, I believe her name was. They have a newborn baby. He's like 6 weeks old. So that was really cool. And then last but not least, we went out to see Sutton Outdoor. So Josh Sutton and his brother, Jeremy, those guys were awesome. They're just men's men, you know what I mean? They're just gruffy, hardscaping dudes. They were awesome. I got to meet Josh's wife, Julie, again, from Together in the Trades, where I met her for the first time. She was really nice and kind. And any which way, super good time. Sutton Outdoor guys, those were great. And my wife is saying we got some super chats. So shout out to N. Paul for the super chat. Thank you. And then contributing to the Fresh Cinestick Fund, Abide Outdoor Services. Thanks, guys. All right. If you guys have questions, leave them here down in the comments. I'm going to start answering any questions you guys got about the trucks, business, the skid steers, the operations, any questions like that from the shop tours. Want to make sure I add some value. Hang out with you guys tonight. But Sutton Outdoors, we did a podcast with them. They've got a beautiful shop. Not the biggest shop again. I think like 30 by 50, something like that. But really, really optimized for hardscaping life. And they have this new like office that they just built onto it where it used to be the lean-to. It's going to be awesome. All these shop tours are like 20, 25 minutes long. I like watching longer videos that are like seeing how people like run their business. So again, another 2 weeks from now, we're going to start dropping them one a week for the next 8 weeks. And then we got more people to come. I'm not going to spill the beans. Somebody asked if we were doing the almonds for the new shop. Yes. As you would imagine, we're going to round out the tour down in Columbus, Ohio to hang out with the almonds. I want to give them as much time as possible. They got to get the concrete poured, finish the walls, build the office space. They're going to need another 6 weeks. So we're going to be coming in hot to help, film the video there. But I want to give them as much time as possible to have as much of a finished product as possible, if that makes sense. And Paul, advice for a 16-year-old preparing for a new season. Honest answer, it's the same thing every year, man. Just have your marketing, ducks in a row. Get your flyers made up, your postcards made up, your yard signs made up. We're going to have a new partnership with UZ Marketing, those bandit signs. We get like 100 signs for $100. More on that in a week or two. So if you guys need yard signs, we're actually getting a bunch made up with them. I think yard signs are great. Get your equipment maintained, get your oil changes done, your hydraulic fluids changed out, all that stuff. And just start marketing like crazy. And then just be patient. That's the biggest thing. Be patient. The phone might not be ringing just yet, but within a week or two after the grass turns green and people start milling out and milling about, they're all going to get that bug. And everybody's brain has amnesia from fall or winter or whatever. And they're just ready to rock and roll into spring and summer and spend money on landscaping, spend money on mowing, hardscaping. So just be ready for all of that. It's like having your nets in the water and getting ready for all the fish that are coming down that are migrating over, right? Hey guys, it's Brian.
And Liz.
Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, we wanted to let you guys know about an exciting event and opportunity that we're co-hosting with the Almonds down in Nashville, Tennessee on June 25th called Together in the Trades. Liz, tell them a little bit more about this exciting event.
Together in the Trades is a summit for couples in business where you can go to learn how to work together better in your business and in your marriage. We're bringing in top industry leaders as well as marriage professionals to help you grow together in business and in life.
We're excited about seeing you guys down in Nashville, Tennessee on June 25th. Don't forget to get your ticket at togetherinthetrades.com and follow along on Instagram at Together in the Trades. Once you purchase your ticket, be sure to check your email where you'll get an invite to our exclusive Facebook group. There you can get more information on the hotel room block and a fun couples event Friday night before the summit.
We're excited about seeing you guys down in Nashville, Tennessee on June 25th. Don't forget to get your ticket at togetherinthetrades.com and be sure to follow along on Instagram at Together in the Trades.
We'll see you there. All right, you guys are awesome. Thanks for all the love in the comments here. I'm going to start rocking and rolling through these. Can you guys do me a big solid? If you guys haven't, can you guys tap the thumbs up? Hit the like button. Really helps on the videos. KLC Ken, what's up, Brian? Long time no see. Hey, Ken. How you doing, brother? You need a workshop on how to average looking guy ends up with a beautiful. Did you see this comment, babe? You way outkicked your coverage, brother. Beautiful family. Thanks, Todd. I agree. I definitely leveled up with Liz. She brings the whole standard up. You guys know what I'm saying? I have no secret on that one. I just sold to the moon. I told her I'm going to be rich, and I don't know. I just won her over with endless Starbucks coffee runs when we were dating. Trent, Can we get a Brian's 10 code for a dump trailer from Kelly and Sons? Man, I wish. I've been thinking about a dump trailer. More on that later. Maybe in the next 6 months to 12 months. Trailers are not cheap. I was talking to a great guy, Raymond, at a meetup I did with B&B Lawn Care. I don't mean to leave B&B out. He actually hosted me over in Kansas City. Got to hang out with him and Natalie and spend the night there a couple times. Awesome people. We have a YouTube video coming out tomorrow on B&B's equipment setup and where he keeps his equipment. It's the funniest video I think I've done in a while on YouTube. Dude, it's wild where he parks all of his equipment. It's the most sketch setup I've ever seen in my life. And I love Blake, but it was the most wild setup I've ever seen. And like what you see on the YouTube videos, like, does it always match what you see behind the scenes? This time, not so much. Exposing B&B, right? But anyway, we did a live stream, or not a live stream, a meetup at a barbecue place. Really good food. Met a young guy named Raymond. He works for a company during the day, has his hustle at night, but he bought a dump trailer. It was like $13,500. And 2 years ago, it was like $9,000 for the same trailer. So I don't know what holds your money better, man, a dump trailer or gold, but lately it seems to be both precious metals, right? The Davy Tree Expert Company. If that's Davy Tree, shout out to you guys. Maybe it tells me to stop talking. I ramble too much. Answer the questions, Fullerton. Was that Davy Tree Company, babe? That's in the group chat. Like, can you click their profile? Can you click Davy Tree's comment to see if that's like Davy Tree? Wow. Everybody say, what's up, Davy Tree? If that's actually like the $100 million billion company, Davy Tree, that'd be pretty dope. You never know who's watching, right? That would be a cool shop tour, whatever you call it. Anybody know anybody at Davy Tree? Give me a shout. I'd love to come over there and see how they do their massive amount of tree work. It was just for about 10 seconds. Okay, cool. So we're back. Let me see what else we got going on here. Trying to answer you guys' questions best I can. Teresa Conley, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Is the new truck gas or diesel? I went gas. I went with a 7.3 liter gas engine. Hopefully a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more torque. I'm not a big diesel guy. Just for maintenance and the smell and the emissions. Plus a diesel engine. I was talking to everybody on the road. Everybody has bought new trucks. They all bought gassers. They're $12,000. Andy Mulder, he prints money. He still bought a gasser. It's just wacky what they're doing with all the new diesel trucks. Todd Kircher, what is your average time per week with maintenance work? We mow grass about 32 to 35 hours a week. I don't know if that exactly answers your question, but in terms of actual hours on the mower, probably 25, 28, 30 hours. We put about 500 to 600 hours a season on our mowers. So hopefully that helps out. What top line revenue and bottom line revenue would you recommend adding for a tech and additional worker? That's a good question. I don't have an exact answer for you. That's from Austin Ditch to Itch, but I've always heard in our industry, you want a 6X or 10X the revenue coming in per employee. I think that's hard to do in our industry. But if you pay a guy $50,000 a year, you should be able to have him produce $300,000 a year in revenue. For example, that's a 6X or a 10X. I think that's a little difficult, but that's what I've heard about the industry. So Cameron McNulty, what's your number one recommendation for growing extreme route density? We have a great YouTube video on route density, so I'm not going to beat to death that question right here. But what I would say is set hard boundaries about where you do service. So pick a route. I don't care if it's 2 miles wide or 20 miles wide, but just don't go outside of that route. Once you have that, you'll have your outline, and then you'll start filling in the middle. And then outside of that, maybe you have a big metropolitan city and you got 10 on the south side, 5 on the east side, 10 on the north side, 5 on the west side. That's fine. Instead of just going all out and about, try to make Monday your south side, Tuesday your east side, Wednesday your north side, so on and so forth, right? So maybe that way you can grow route density in certain sides of town if you're in a big metropolitan area. That's what I've seen work for me and other guys as well. All right, Dustin Boone, I took your advice to go weekly, but I'm going from 2 days a week to 5. I have room for growth, but I hate losing clients. Suggestions. Yeah, I mean, if you're going from bi-weekly to weekly, I don't understand the question, I guess, but I'm going 2 days a week to 5. Hey, I mean, this seems like a good problem, right? If you're going from bi-weekly to weekly, now you have to mow twice as much. I don't know why you'd be losing clients there. If you have a follow-up to that question, Justin, let me know. How would you go about starting a side hustle? Someone after the 9 to 5, someone who has a right stander here in Michigan. Jason Bacon, great question. Same thing. You get done with work at 5 o'clock, bring your truck or trailer with you, start mowing grass from 6 to 9 o'clock. In the Michigan summers, you can mow lawns till 9:30 at night. It gets a little tricky in October when it gets dark at 5:30. But a lot of guys, I mean, more than you would ever imagine, our weekend warriors watch the channel, listen to the podcast, and they take their rig to work or change the clothes to work, and then they just go take the truck from their work to, their storage locker or wherever they keep their trailer, and they go hustle. You can do 3 to 5 lawns a night, every night. And if they're $40-$50 a lawn, I mean, you can do $200-$300 a night, every night, no problem. Also, a lot of guys will work their day job Monday to Thursday and and then mow all day Friday, all day Saturday. So that's like their full days. Just don't overload yourself, because if you get one rain day on Friday and you're working a full-time job, you have to make that stuff up on Sunday and you have to be back to work on Monday. So just don't get so back end heavy where you might get bit. All right, is this helping you guys out? If you guys are enjoying this, keep posting good questions. You guys are coming in here hot. Let me keep going. Also, if you guys might do us a big favor and shoot a thumbs up on the video. If you guys are just joining in, appreciate it. We're doing live streams every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm just trying to answer your guys' questions as best I can. I don't really have an agenda here. We just did a shop tour. Shout out to Equipment Defender, Cujo, Steel, and Yard Book for sponsoring that. Also, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have a 3-day sale where the Brian's 10 code with Cujo will save you 15%. It'll be an exclusive flash sale. So if you guys need some Cujos, I just wore their Jags or whatever they call them, the whole way to KC and the whole way back, 30 hours in the car. They were super comfortable. They're like waterproof, like kind of slip-on shoes. I really am not a slip-on shoe kind of a guy, but I'm actually digging them big time. It's been so wet here, for crying out loud. I need to wear something like that anyway. But check them out, the new Jags. They're true fit. So I was a 9.5. They fit great. Not too big, not too small. They're just right. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions right here. Should I buy a chute blocker on Amazon? I don't know about that, Ben. Maybe. Depends on which brand you're getting. For me, we use the Ballard Advanced Chute Blocker. I love it. You do have to drill into the deck, but I love the mechanical alarm on it. We have a new one here for the X-Mark Vertex. Me and my guys got to put it on this week. Check that out. It's sweet. Brian's 10 saves 10%. Jeff Sellers, I'm not sure. Haven't been in touch for a while. And that's all I got with that. Quentin Holly, question: as a new homeowner on an acre lot, how much should I pay for mowing? If I was a homeowner, I would try to hustle somebody down to $45 because I'm a consumer. But as a professional, I would be charging most homeowners between $75 and $90 for an acre. That just depends on how many trees, landscaping beds, you have a back pool, play structure. So most guys will charge $75 to $90 for an acre. What are you guys at for an acre of mown grass? I think we asked about this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but leave me some comments in the comments here. What are you guys at for an acre for like a residential property? It depends. If somebody's doing the neighbor next to you, you might get them for $50. If somebody's coming out 10 minutes out of town just to do your property, you might end up paying $75 to $90. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water here. Ben Field, $75 for an acre. Cedric Owens, Steel Cuts Landscaping. What's up, bud? $93 for an acre. Man, I need to get where you're at in PA. You guys are killing it over there. Sending out a bid tomorrow. Luke Markham. Wish you all the luck, bud. He said, wish me luck. The older you get, the more you like them slip-on shoes. Shut up. Did you see that comment, babe? The older you get, the more you like slip-on shoes. Oh, I'm still holding out. I'll never wear Crocs. I'm telling you what. I see all these like 50, 60-year-olds wearing Crocs. Maybe you're right there. I think it was the Lila Bean. That is funny. Landscaper. I guess you're not going to talk about Jobber. I don't use Jobber. They're great people behind the scenes, but I don't know if you had a comment earlier about Jobber, but I apologize. I didn't see it. I don't use Jobber. We use Yardbook. For mowing, a lot of guys use Jobber, Yardbook, and for hardscaping, landscaping, a lot of guys seem to use Element and Synced Up. I actually had Weston Zimmerman on the podcast last Friday. If you guys didn't see that episode or listen to the episode on the podcast, really, really good episode. We didn't just hustle and promote Synced Up. Actually, we didn't even barely talk about like synced up. We talked about using a good CRM, the difference of the different CRMs out there, what they do, what they don't do, and why people need to use the CRM to know their numbers a lot more, which was great. And we have a new resource coming out soon to help people with that. Radiant Lawn Maintenance. What's the best way to go about acquiring HOA contracts? It's just the same thing. You got to find the decision maker, find who's ever the board president, find somebody on the board, find the board president, and from there, just ask them if they're open for a bid. If they say yes, submit something with our commercial contracts. Those work for that. Like the one, and it's a timing thing too. Sometimes they're happy with who they have. I was bidding on one for 8 years, and we finally got the contract for it about 4 years ago, and it's $35,000 a year in work. But it took me 8 years of bidding on it. Literally, I submitted a bid every year, and they went with one company for 2 years, one company for a year, one company for a year, another company for like 2 years, one, and then finally me. And we've had them for 4+ years now. Kyle Blessings, I hate Crocs. Are Crocs in or out? Use the little thumb emoji if you guys can help me out. Crocs in or out? Do you ever see the Instagram meme where like the guy puts the little strap on the back and he's like, this is 4x4, this is 2x4. Unbelievable. Yeah, if you guys haven't dropped a like yet, can you guys help me out? Let's get this thing to 100, 200 likes. We got 125 people in here. All right, I'm going through the comments. If I haven't answered your comment, repost it here, and I'm going to try to answer the best I can. Also, guys, if you are watching, you guys need commercial contracts, rate adjustment letters, residential contracts, postcard designs. I'm trying to help you guys support what we're doing. You guys see like the Brian's 10 code and all the different stuff on the banner behind us. You can use promo code LIVESTREAM to save 10% on anything off the website through midnight the day we do the live streams. So, and that's on the bundles too, which are already a huge savings. All right, we're going thumbs down for the Crocs. We're about 30% like the Crocs, 70% dislike the Crocs. Okay, let me ask you slip-on shoes though in general. Like if you've never seen the new Jags from Cujo, for real, like they wanted to send them out. I said, sure, whatever. I saw them at the GIE Expo or Equip Expo, right? And they look pretty slick, but I've never worn a slip-on shoe. Like Dan from Tools in Action said they're a chick shoe. And he DM'd me on Instagram. I said, dude, shut up. They're awesome. All right. Let's go through the questions. Trent, I used a commercial contract and was told by them they didn't want all the extra stuff, so they didn't pick me. What would you do in that situation? Actually, I've had the same thing happen where I'll have the client just cross it off. That's it. Just say, hey, this is a standard agreement that we have for our clients, but it's all a la carte. And if you don't want something in here, just cross it off or let me know. And that happens all the time. I bid at a commercial property that we just got. It was $80 weekly mow, a little like half-acre property, small commercial business. But they crossed off the irrigation, the cleanups, the flowers, the mulch, all of it. And so literally on 27 weeks of mowing at $80, which was, I don't know what, $1,500, $2,000. That was something that I was going to have like $5,000 worth of work, but they just crossed it all off and it was, $1,800 worth of work. Plug that Launchpreneur Academy sale code. What is the Launchpreneur Academy sale code, babe? I don't know what that means. So let's shoot me a text real time. Hey, what I will say is Together in the Trades. If you haven't got your tickets for that, you need to get your tickets ASAP. It's coming up quick. Nashville, Tennessee. We're super excited about that. Just starting out, what do you pay your helpers? Doug Washajak. Sorry, did I totally mess that up? Washawak. This way I don't read last names on live streams. 10% off code on Launchpreneur Academy. Yeah, I just did, babe. Promo code livestream is 10% off on Sunday nights. Great call. What do you pay? For us, we're anywhere between $15 and $20 an hour. It just depends on experience, how fast they are, what kind of work we're doing with those guys. Where are you guys at with your employees? I'd love to hear what you guys are doing for your employees per hour. What are you guys charging or paying your guys per hour? Most of our guys are between $15 and $20 an hour. Will you ever use an electric trimmer for hedge trimmers? Absolutely. All of the hedge trimming work I do, arguably, I would use electric ones. I do have an Echo 2620 or 2420. I have a Steel HS or HC56C or whatever it is, HS56C. It was, I think it's an older model, but they were great. But if you're just touching up mom's shrubs or, a couple clients or pruning some grasses, battery powered ones are awesome. All right. Have you ever heard of Hey Dudes? Yeah, I Liz bought me some Hey Dudes, but they didn't fit. I wear 9.5. What's that? Are you making fun? She bought me Hey Dudes for my birthday, and I love Liz, but I wear 9.5. The 9s don't fit because they only do even sizes. They don't do like the half sizes. So she bought me all 10s, and the 10s, for whatever reason, like swim on my feet. Like they're huge. So she bought me like 2 or 3 or 4 pair, which were so cool. It was the most thoughtful thing ever. I wanted a bunch of Hey Dudes, and the 10s were too big. So I think I still have 2, like literally right over here on one of our dress. Give them away. I don't know if I'll do them tonight because I think they're over there, but I don't know where they're at. No. We'll do a Hey Dudes giveaway next week. If anybody wants to Hey Dudes, reach out. We'll start sponsoring some Hey Dudes because I think every lawn care bro, because of Jeremiah Jennings and a couple other guys, everybody wears, and Josh Sutton, everybody wears Hey Dudes. But I gave a pair of sandals to my friends in Rhode Island when I was there visiting. They actually were visiting here. Everybody wears Hey Dudes apparently. I will take your Hey Dudes, best shoes. I would love to have your Hey Dudes. All right, next week we'll give away the Hey Dudes if I can remember. Okay. You guys crack me up. Start at $25, complain one time, and you're off the schedule. Patrick Daniels. All right, there you go. Next time I come to Crown Point, we should hang out. I love that. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Try to answer them best I can. I'm going backwards here. You guys are quick. When to hire somebody for your company when it's just you and the business. Yeah, we talk a lot about that on the podcast with a lot of folks. There's 2 philosophies out there. Hire and then fill up the work, or fill up the work and then hire. I've always been find the right guy and then go get the work. It doesn't always work that way because if you get the work and then you need somebody, more than likely you're going to hire out of desperation and it might not be the right guy. I've always had an employee since day one, from my younger brother to my uncle to just friends and buddies. But I've always had a second guy work with me. It just makes the work go faster, Flat rate per property or an hourly rate? We only do a flat rate. You can do an hourly rate if you don't know. Just be honest with the customer. Maybe you're mowing some 5-acre farm and you don't know how long it's going to take. Just say, hey, we're at $75 an hour or whatever. And you're going to probably make more money bidding it by the job, right, than you will hourly, even though it's kind of all the same. But we always bid it by the property or the mow or the rate, not by the hour. What was my favorite shop setup this week? Ooh, that's a good one. They all had different elements. That's the interesting thing, right? That's a logical answer, if you would imagine. Like Josh Sutton had things going on that the other couple guys didn't. Like he had this office that he was building off of it, which is great for bids and maybe bring clients over or just having a podcast studio built in there, right? Jeremy Connect is a beautiful shop, but he's renting and he's saving a ton of money. He pays $1,000 a month, I think he said, for his shop. But he would like to build something different. It's just, it didn't make sense just yet. So they're going to do something like that soon. But they had lockers, like a row of 10, 12, 15 lockers, which I thought was really, really cool for their employees to have some privacy and have their own personal space, right? Andy Mulder, just methodical with the organization, as you might imagine. No space was like unutilized. Everything was where it should be or needed to be. He built like shelves for everything, where his air compressor was, how he has like a Nest thing going on so he can raise the temperature of the shop, a half hour before he goes there. So it warms up from 45 degrees to 65 degrees. So he's never like working in a cold shop, if you will. Who else was there? And then, Alex Nickens, dude, his shop is off a thoroughfare, man. Like it's off a state highway, basically. Not a highway, but like a county highway. So 20, 50,000 cars drive by that thing a day. And he's like, it was a premium for the space, but you guys know how it goes with real estate, right? Location. His shop was huge, but he had like on-site fuel tanks and salt bins. And if you know anything about like just hustling, bro, like gas, filling up gas or just buying gas, like he had off-road fuel use diesel So if diesel's $5 a gallon, you pay off-road fuel tax when you buy it at the pump, which might be $1, $2 worth of tax on that gallon. Well, he was able to buy already off-road fuel use diesel to already get that savings. And I guess it's dyed red, so he can already put that in his machines. But he had an off-road diesel tank, a diesel tank, and then a regular gas tank. How cool is that? I've never seen anybody have that. That built my dream. I need to get that on my property one day.
Hi, it's Mr. Producer, and these days I wish I was a producer of gas. Maybe I should clarify, gasoline. Thanks to Joeflation, prices at the pump are nuts. Everything costs more. Do you have a plan on how you're going to raise your rates this year? You don't? Well, that's okay, because the LaunchpreneurAcademy.com can help. Brian has a time-tested price adjustment letter that you can add your specific info to and then email or mail to your clients. The letter's only $49, but it's going to make you 7 to 12% more in profit this year. Scared money? Don't make no money. Now you don't have to be scared about how you're going to professionally communicate with your customers so you can remain profitable. The link for the price adjustment letter is in the show description.
All right. Is this helping you guys out? You guys having some fun here? You guys are answering a bunch of each other's questions in the comments. Thanks for building some community here and hanging out. Can we get this thing up another 50 likes really quick? Can everybody just tap thumbs up? There's almost 150 people in here. We got 100 likes. Can everybody tap the thumbs up if you guys haven't just yet? Let's get this thing to 150 really quick. You guys always tear that up, man. Todd Kircher, what upsell service is most profitable for you? All day aerations and dethatchings. I guess after that would probably be mulch. I actually just had a customer call, new customer. Actually, it was in my phone for snow. I literally don't remember doing snow for him, but I save every single customer I ever do work for, whether it's one plow run, one mow, or they're a seasonal contract, right? And it was Dennis. It was snow. I saved their in my phone, snow dash Dennis, their address. And then in the phone, I put any notes for those people, right? So I don't even remember this dude. Literally, I'm like, he's in a subdivision, I do a ton of work. But he asked me how much for an aeration and overseed. I said, aeration and dethatching. And he had two other neighbors also interested. So for a 4,000 square foot lawn, we're doing for $249, and then an aeration for $99. I was doing them for $299, and then aeration is like $125 a la carte. But I'm kind of doing both right there, so I'm going to try to save him some money. $249 for the dethatching, $99 for the aeration, $350. Him and his two neighbors. So we're talking three people. What is that? 369. Dang, she's fine. I think it's $1,050, almost $1,100. I'll probably have an hour and a half into the whole thing. For real. Use the Toro Grandstand Multi-Force with the rake, the dethatching rake. Have the bagger on it as well. And then after go aerate all three with the stand-on aerator, which take me 20 minutes. That's the kind of stuff I want to get more into. While the guys are mowing, I can be doing other stuff like that, like dethatchings, mowing, aeration, mulch jobs, the more profitable stuff, right? But we have a great $250,000 we'll do in mowing. So we need to like $200,000 in mowing. We need to make that still. Hope that helps. All right, you guys have so many questions in here. I'm trying to do the best I can. Do I aerate in the spring? We aerate spring and fall. Thank you to True Green for making a spring aeration a thing. I know it's more of a fall service, but around here, tons of folks aerate in the spring. Do I run rec fuel in your mowers and equipment? We run it, no ethanol, and a lot healthier on the equipment. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just don't know of any gas stations here really that carry it. And I don't know if it's more expensive or less expensive. If you guys have any input on that, let me know in the comments. I'm open to anything. What is it just a higher octane, or is this no ethanol, or just kind of more of a lean fuel? I'd love to know. I've never really answered that question or really looked into that much. Do you charge mowing clients daily, weekly, or monthly? We charge all of our clients monthly at the end of the month. Okay, so we're a la carte. So for how many times we mow, we charge at the end of the month. Really straightforward. I'm not a big fan of prepaying at the beginning of the month, because if a rainstorm comes through and you're off for a week or two, or a hurricane comes through and you can't mow for 2 weeks, or it's hot and you need to skip a lawn or two, and then you charge them a flat $200 a month, right? Or charge them for 4 mows. What happens if you don't mow all 4 out of 4 cuts, or you skip 2 weeks, or you skip a week, and then you owe them money, and then it's kind of like you got to track all this stuff. And it doesn't sound bad when you have 20 clients. You have 100, 200, 500 clients. It's just, you can't play those games. Maybe other people do it. I'm not a fan of that. And the reason to not charge weekly or bi-weekly versus monthly, my opinion, is just its fees, right? So not only do you have a transaction fee for the credit card processing, so that 2.9, 3.9%, but you also have a 29-cent processing fee. So I don't know why you would pay 29 cents to process a weekly bill 4 times in a month, right? So if you charge for $40 in the 2.9% and 29 cents, or $160, 2.9% and 29 cents, why would you pay 29 cents 3 extra times in a month? I just don't understand that. I think there's more going on there than I need my money weekly. I don't trust people. Usually it's a budget thing, a cash flow thing. You're not managing your finances very well. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying, I don't understand what anybody would have to mow or charge weekly or bi-weekly. Now, if you are, awesome. If it's working for you, great. Again, everybody runs their business different. But for us, we just mow at the end of the month. Can you make a YouTube for Yard Book? I've done about 10 videos talking about certain features, but Yard Book has about 30 or 40 videos of their own that are really, really good. They have a whole video tutorial section. So I'm not going to do those videos. They already did them, and they did them way better than I ever would. All right. So we're talking about rec fuel here. It's expensive, but the equipment's amazing on it. Residential fuel here in Northern Michigan is almost $6 a gallon. Yeah, it's wild. Hey, do you guys hire new workers first or try to get the work first for lawn care? That's the 2 questions, right? For me, it's usually get the work and then hire extra people. Get your ethanol-free fuel from Shell on 13 Mile. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. I know that gas station. I've been to those gas stations. Is a hard edger worth it? Are you talking about like a spade or a flat shovel or an edging tool? We have those. I'm more of a bed redefiner guy. I like the look of a flat shovel or a spade. It's painstaking to re-edge those beds. I don't do a lot of landscaping. We do all of our commercial work. We just use the bed edger, bed redefiner, and then we clean it backwards with a trimmer. Rake out about 2 inches and have that cascading edge, right? So it looks like a little invisible edge as it goes right into the turf. All right. Is this helping you guys out? Thumbs up. We got about 15, 20 minutes here. It's non-oxygenated gas, AKA no ethanol. It's dumb expensive, but allows you to store your gas over the winter in your equipment, so it's better for it. Gotcha. Home Depot has a bulk price on that. Are you talking about gas or maybe mulch or something like that? Not sure. Okay. Colin Charmley. Brian, can I maybe work for you in the future when I'm older? Maybe. Never know. Steel edger or flip edging on sidewalks with grass. We use stick edgers on everything. If we have to kind of touch up some spots, we'll use the flip edge. But for me personally, we use an edger all the time. And the reason is it's just consistent, right? Like you might hire one guy, like I had that young guy, Connor, working for me. Great kid. Shout out to Connor if you watched the video or listen to the podcast. He can flip edge like nobody's business. My guys, they can do a good job, but they're not doing what Connor's doing. Connor is passionate about it. He loves it. He's practiced a bunch. But imagine the new guy you hire, he doesn't know how to flip edge, right? He can barely trim anyway. So use a stick edger or stick edger or even a curved shaft edger, but you guys know what I'm saying. What bed redefiner do I suggest, Echo or Still? So I have the old Echo PAS, is it 280 system? And I like the PAS 280. And then we have the Combi 131 from Steel. I think the KM 131 R from Steel is the best for darn sure, hands down. But I also haven't used the new PAS from Echo. I think they changed it to the 2620 engine in their Pro Extreme line. If that's the case, I don't think my answer is relevant because I haven't tested the new 2620 line. If we're comparing it to the old PAS 280 and the 131, I'm going to go with the 131 system all day long. Shout out to Ross. We have a super chat. I purchased a Redmax 7500 in 2017 from Weingarts. I'm looking to purchase a 48-inch turf tracer this week. Which location do you prefer? That was from Clarkston. I don't think any location makes any difference, really. It just depends where is the closest one for you, and find a sales guy you like. I use my Weingarts in Farmington, but they're just closer to me. If you have a location, Clarkston, I'm not sure what that is compared to the other dealers, but yeah, I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. But the 40-inch turf tracer is a good mower, man. You'll like that. Here's what I'll say really quick. Maybe consider putting in an order for a 48-inch Vertex, because the turf tracers, believe it or not, have gotten pretty wildly expensive. They used to be $5-6 grand, and now they're like $7, $8, $9 and you're basically right there for a stand-on territory. And if you're going to finance the mower anyway, and it's another $1,000 or $1,500, you're talking $10 more a month in your monthly payment. And a stand-on is going to be 2 to 3 times more productive than a walk behind. So my suggestion would just go with a 48-inch Vertex with a Kawasaki engine. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Can you explain a little bit more about how you charge your customers? We just cash out at the end of the month. We do a charge card on file system. It's pretty simple. For any of the work that we do, we just cash out. All of our customers are card on file. What are the odds of that? Electric will be up to current gas equipment standards, and how long will that take in your opinion? I don't have an answer on that. I think the trimmers and the blowers, the handheld blowers, are there, but the backpack blowers, the mowers, I'm not convinced. Trimmers, I think the trimmers are doing pretty good. Yeah, Cameron, I do all of our billing monthly. Where do you purchase your mower blades? We get them all from Ballard Products. They're an affiliate partner of ours, so the Brian's 10 code saves 10%. But they're great blades, honestly. Like if they weren't good, I wouldn't use them for my own customers. But we've never had an issue with them at all. You good, babe? Babe, they said, can we get Liz in the live stream? Well, next week we're going to be in Rhode Island, so maybe. I'll probably have to like set up a tripod and do it remote with the phone. Do you want to, baby? No. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. She's been alone with the child for 4 days. It's Sunday hump day, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like, none of us are doing very well. Look at these bags. Last night, I spent the night at a Tesla supercharger from 2 a.m. to 7:30 in the morning. There's a Holiday Inn Express right next door. It was only $125. On the way out, I stopped at one, I don't even know where, by B&B. I was a half hour out from Blake's, but it was 3:30 in the morning. I literally checked in. It was $125 from 3:30 in the morning till I was out of there at 7:30 in the morning. So it's 4 hours. It was a nice bed. But literally, I walked in the room. I walked out of the room. And I was like, I'm not like cheap, but at the same point, I was like kind of cheap. I was like, it was kind of cheap. I was like, this is stupid. $125 for. So yeah, on the way back, I was like, I pulled into the Tesla supercharger. It was 2 a.m. I'm like, I got an hour and a half left. And I was tired. I was like whipped tired. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not spending another $125. There's literally a Holiday Inn across the street. And I'm just like, I'm not doing it. So I slept in the Tesla. I woke up to some family of 4 with their kids, like slapping the door shut. And little Timmy jumps out all fired up at 6 a.m. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God. And they were like right next to me, dude. So like the dad's probably like peeking in and sees me passed out with my Milwaukee coat on. Jeremy Connect gave me a really nice pullover. I made that into my pillow and I was sleeping in the Tesla, man, paying the price. What's that? I was a weirdo? Hey, we're trying to like make some money on the tour, right? I'm trying to make some money on the profit. You don't know what profit is, woman. You don't know what profit is.
I don't. No idea.
I sound like a hobo sleeping in my car. Have I ever ran out of battery with the Tesla on a trip? No, we've gotten close. We've gotten to some 1 in 5%, but it's all good. Do I offer discounts? I don't offer discounts on anything anymore, man. Just our Brian's 10 codes. But I mean, discounts for our customers, not in this economy, not in this market. You can't. You need to make money, and things are going wildly expensive. If people ask for discounts, they're not the customers you want to do work for. I'm just telling you straight up. And I know that sounds extreme, but that's just when you really cut through all the crap, that's the truth. Does Ballard sell blades for a 32-inch deck? I'm not sure. They have a blade selector tool. You can always shoot them a DM, even call them up. Those guys are really knowledgeable. They're really helpful. They want to make a sale. They want to get you the right product. I couldn't tell you. They have, 75 blades in stock, for 75 different SKUs, right? Probably on blades. I couldn't even tell you what they carry and what things work or on what they work on. So at the end of the day, was the U-mount system just not strong enough, too cumbersome? Why'd you feel the need to upgrade? Honest answer, it was a great step up between backpack blowers and a stand-on leaf blower. And where I was at 2 years ago was I wanted some more power, but the next one up for the lineup would be the Z or X3000 from Billy Goat, right? So if you guys don't know, the U-mount leaf blower like mounts to like a cart or 2-inch receiver, or the spanner bar that goes on the forks of a zero-turn mower. It worked great. It's 4 times the power of a backpack blower. But the problem was that I still needed way more power. I'm doing bigger sites, a lot more stuff. So I definitely needed more power. In the meantime, it was great for what we were doing. We did a ton of leaf cleanups with it. It took this one site that I did, a 5-acre cleanup, from 24 hours to 12 hours, right? Which was amazing. But the Billy Goat took that same job from 24 hours to an 8-hour day, or 8 labor hours. So back in the day, the Z3K and the X3K are what, like 13, 14 grand? I think I priced the Z3000 at $13,400 or $14,300, one of the two. And that's just a lot of money. So the U-mount was like $3,800. So I went with that. But then that fall, or a year later, I should say, Billy Goat comes out with the P2000. Because it's all mechanical in nature, smaller unit. I think it's still pushing like 5,000 or 7,000 CFM or whatever it is. That was like $8,000, $8,600 when I paid for mine. So I'm thinking to myself, I wish I would have waited a year, I guess, to just go to the P2000, but I didn't know that they were coming out with that because nobody tells me anything either. So I like the U-mount. I think the P2000 is the way to go. However, if you're a Parks and Recs or municipality, or you need a step up, that U-mount is awesome because it is. It's 4 times the power of a leaf blower, and it's really productive. It's just for my company, I needed something the next level up, and that was fine too because I had $3,800 to spend on the U-mount. I didn't have 13 grand for a stand-on, and after this last winter, it was a good winter. This last couple months, we had some extra cash. I wanted to buy the P2000. But I didn't have the $8 grand 2 years ago either, right? To focus or put that towards a stand-on leaf blower, a dedicated machine like that. That wouldn't have been a good use of our money. So, what else we got? Hopefully that helps out. So it's a good next step. If you can just springboard from the U-mount to the P2000, I think you'll be happy. But I sold the P2000. I'm sorry, I sold the U-mount actually just a week ago. So that's awesome. All right, we got like 5 more minutes here, 10 more minutes here. If you guys got some questions, leave them here. I'm trying to answer them best I can. I got the Combi 991 with the edger and did 2 spring cleanups, green splatter. Awesome, man. Hope that works out. I've heard great things about the 91s and the 94s. Haven't got the chance to try those. Thankfully, with the 131 with steel. So this seems like a more powerful unit. How's she doing, babe? You're good? Bath time here in a few minutes. Would I do a leaf cleanup setup like Spencer's Lawn Care? I don't even know their leaf cleanup, to be honest with you. I think he's got that big aluminum dump trailer. No way. First off, I know what that costs. Sean was telling me what that cost. No way. You'd have to do a lot of money in cleanups. Maybe they do. Our window's like 3 weeks. Our setup is working great for us. We all of our properties, we don't take a ton of leaves off of them, but we take just enough where we do about 4 or 5 cleanups a day and fill up 4 or 5 yards of leaves a day and then dump 5 miles or 5 minutes down the road. So it works out perfect. So for the amount of leaves we take off for our residential lawns, and we're doing about $1,500 a day in revenue for cleanups, which is pretty decent. And then to be able to dump them at the end of the day at 4:30 at our dump that closes at 5, a mile down the road, it's perfect. So I don't know if I would ever do enough leaves to fill up a 7x14 dump trailer, cubed. We're talking 25 to 30 yards. I don't do anything that big. Hopefully that makes some sense. But if you're in the country or you got, an old part of town that's got huge oak trees, and you're in the East Coast or New England states that have just trees for days, yeah, you might need a dump trailer and a 37 horsepower Billy Goat. All right. Really quick, I want to say for the shop tours, they're going to be coming out here in about 2 weeks, every week on Mondays for the next 8 weeks. And then we also have a corresponding podcast episode that we did with each person that we did the shop tour with. So those will be out on, I think, probably Mondays as well, once a week for 8 weeks, starting mid-April. Shout out again to Cujo, Equipment Defender, Steel, and Yardbook for sponsoring the tour. More on those guys later. But you know what? If you guys want to buy Equipment Defender racks with the Brian's 10 or your next trimmer, maybe buy a trimmer from Steel, I'll let them know we sent you. And really appreciate them managing or sponsoring the tour so we can get on out there. It still costs money, gas money. Well, I took the Tesla, but flights, hotel rooms, food, time away from the company. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I did not sleep for 4 days. I'll tell you what. I traveled 13 hours there, 13 hours back. I am wigged out tired, to be honest with you. Liz and I took a nap by about 2 hours from 3 to 5 o'clock. And I'm like, dude, I got to get up and get on the live stream. Look at how puffy the eyes are, you know. All right. Last couple questions we got here. I was wondering if Steel's coming out with a new gas backpack blower. Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. I think the BR800 is their latest one, and it's working pretty well. I'm sure they'll have a 900 and then 1,000 maybe this fall or next fall. Should I buy a steel combi with an edger? Yeah, that's up to you. I love the steel combi tool. Most guys get them and they figure out really quick that you can make $600, $700, $800 a day pruning or bed edging really quickly. You'll pay that tool off probably quicker than any other tool that you get. Every single person that's bought a combi has made it back on 2 jobs, us included. Because if you bed edge for an extra $1 per linear foot and you do 100 foot of bed, or you're $2 a linear foot, that's $200. I mean, you do 2 jobs and it's 3 jobs and it's paid for. There's nothing but snow in the forecast all week in Michigan. Make it stop. Wyland Bissonette. Dude, I'm rubbing my face right now. Dude, I feel you. Rain Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then probably Friday. So we're going to try to go out on Tuesday, do some more cleanups. It's not cool, man. We have so much work coming in. We have like 4 or 5 new commercial properties, 4 or 5 new residentials. The work is coming in like crazy, which is exciting. But I'm like slowly feeling the ringer and the pressure build, if you guys can too. And I'm like, the week after this, it looks like we're going to be just working like our guts out. But we have not had nice weather this spring. This year, we're not getting a spring. That's a fact. The weather is not going to pop until probably mid to late April. Isn't that fun? And then, so last year we had a decent March. The year before that, we had a decent March. And then before that, it was like 5 years of just frozen winter to 85 degrees for real. Like mid-May, it's 80 degrees. It's wild. All right, I got a couple more minutes here. Excuse me, guys. Let me take a sip of water. Let's see. All right, can you guys still hear me? I hit the mute button, but I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Let me know. The combi pays for itself in a day if you're good. I agree. Blades LLC, yeah, they're awesome. Nice mug, Brian. Thanks, brother. I use it for cleanups, curves, leaves, sometimes for light snow. That's true. It's mow season and snow season in Michigan. Dude, I feel the pain. Can you guys hear it in my voice? We want to go out there. Mark's ready to make money. I'm ready to make money. Rob's ready to make money. And it's tough too, because like I said, I went to Kansas City and they're mowing this week. Maybe we'll send all my guys down there, put them up in a hotel, and they can go work for B&B for 2 weeks. Good time for mulch. Yeah, it's a possibility. You know, it's just when you get a bunch of wet mulch, that stuff is hard to sling and you know, just jockey all over the job site. I hate slinging wet mulch. That stuff is the worst. So I kind of hold off. 3 to 4 inches in central Michigan tomorrow. Are you for real? What the heck, man? I would assume 3 to 4 inches of snow. If it's snow or rain, that's awful. Best 36-inch stand-on mower. I don't know. That's a toss-up probably between I got to mention the Staris, you know, with Exmark. It is a nice mower. A lot of guys like the smaller one. The bigger one was a turd. But the Right Stander Intensity, Right Stander B, those are pretty good. The Skag 36 is pretty good. Yeah, hopefully it helps out. And then I think Toro has the 36. Everybody have a great night. Time for WrestleMania with my sons. All right, bud. We'll see you. That's awesome. Liz, are we watching WrestleMania tonight? I'm going to eat my dang Cinesticks, though. Did you take those in there? What? Did you guys hear? You guys can't hear Liz. She said, I'll wrestle you over the Cinesticks. Sounds kinky. All right. What else we got? Cub Cadet has a great 36. Yeah, that's true. I did see the 36 that at our Michigan MGIA trade show, the MGIA. And I didn't know they made a 36, but that was actually a good call. Ben Fields, thanks so much for the business tips. You've helped me a lot in my business. God bless you, bro. Yeah, you bet, dude. Thank you. How to explain to clients about rain days, next available or makeup day where you don't schedule work. Yeah, we always tell our customers we cut lawns between every 6 to 9 days. Now, we try to mow a Wednesday lawn on Wednesday every 7 days. But the reality is that we always tell them we might be a day early or a day or two late. If it's going to rain on Wednesday, we try to get it done on Tuesday. But of course, we try to make up always on Thursday or Friday as well. Wrestling for Cinesticks. That was funny. Bigger bar for Launchpreneur Academy. I don't know what that means. What do you mean bigger bar? Bigger light truss bar? I don't know, man. I spent a lot of money on light rigging this year. I spent it was ridiculous. I'm like, what are we doing here? We're making this whole production company thing going on now. Do you own any battery-powered power tools? Yeah, tons. Milwaukee, DeWalt, Milwaukee Impacts, tire inflators, DeWalt drills, and hammer drill, air compressors, all that stuff. All right. Let's see what else we got here really quick, and we're going to button this thing up. So Dustin Boone, any awesome advice? Thanks for the rain. Make it up in advance. Yeah, that's what we do. We try to pull all those lawns ahead. My guys know. They know that if they're going to get a day off and they're getting salaried or getting some decent hours in, like the day before, we're working 7 to 7, 7 to 8. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. We filled up the drinking bar at Launchpreneur Academy really quickly. That's awesome. Hey, you know what? Together in the trades, everybody dumped out of there and was at the bar, which was pretty funny. But then
Nashville this year.
Nashville. Yeah, if you want to drink at the bar, come to Nashville, Tennessee, June 25th for Together in the Trades. That's what we'll button up with really quick. TogetherInTheTrades.com. Get your ticket if you guys want to come to the marriage conference. We're co-hosting that with the Almonds. Great folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of great people coming in. June 25th. For real, tickets are selling like hotcakes, and it's coming up in less than 3 months. So get that now. All right, guys. One last quick thing. If you guys can hit the big thumbs up on the YouTube video, or if you guys are watching this later, maybe watching the replay, can you guys hit a thumbs up as we all sign off? So that's what I got tonight, guys. Appreciate you. If you guys need anything, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Shoot me an email. Otherwise, thanks for the support with the Brian's 10 codes. If you guys are buying shoes, trailer racks, Ballard products, blades, Catch Pros, IsoTunes, new headphones for Pro 2.0s Wear and Link 2.0s. But appreciate you guys big time. All right. We're going to sign off. We do have referral customers for our program. For customers, we did a video on that. All right. Oh, your wife is due June 17th for a guy named Derek. Awesome.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Make it to the 20th.
What's that?
Make it to the 20th.
Make it to June 20th. That's my wife's birthday. She said, just hold it in there. All right, guys. Over and out. We'll see you guys next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again for joining on. And stay tuned next 2 weeks. We got the shop tours coming. They're awesome. You guys are going to love them. We got a bunch more after that as well. All right, guys. Over and out. Have a great night. Appreciate you.
Do you have the confidence to bid for and land commercial contracts? Hey friends, it's Marty, and at LaunchpreneurAcademy.com, we want to help you unlock the opportunity to capture more commercial work. Brian has a training program that not only provides you access to the lawn care, landscaping, commercial contract that he uses in his biz, but you're also going to get access to an explainer video where he shows you exactly how to use this contract and help you earn more from area businesses and companies. Now is the time of the year to lock in commercial work, and this contract and strategy will help you do just that. Open up the doors to unlimited possibility with your lawn and landscaping business and approach commercial work with confidence with this extremely affordable commercial contract. Download it today for just $49 at the Launchpreneur Academy. A quick link is in the show notes.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production. And before we are out of here, don't forget Brian's 10 saves you 15% this weekend at Cujo.com.